ladies and gentlemen, to the first video of the VG Alliance. I am Loki.
I'm Aries.
And I'm Apollo.
No one cares about Apollo though. He can just go light up the sun with that stupid yellow ball.
No, no one cares about this set.
That too. But anyways, back to the topic. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk about Vanguard VG set 17.
Mm-hmm.
English.
English version E.
We're normally Japanese players, but we do play English as well, and we want to keep our English players up to date as well. So this is the new set. It's a bit different from what we got in Japanese because things have been moved around. Mm-hmm. We've got Kagero, Tachi, Grand Blue, D-Police, Neo Nectar, and the Link Joker, and somebody no one...
Great
really
Grappler.
remembers.
That clan that somehow gets... That's why 2 people play. Hey.
And for those who can't count, that's 7 clans.
This is why I play Vanguard.
it's like we're doing numbers, right? Yeah, so basically today we're going to be going through each clan to set, giving you pretty much our advice on, the clans themselves, and
We'll pretty much just give you our overview of some of the main cards from the set.
Yeah.
So, starting off, we've got good old Kagero, probably one of the more sought after of the set.
Mm-hmm.
Now, originally in Japanese, the main only release was Dragnute basically for the set, which for those who probably still haven't realized, Dragnute is a redone version of Vortex Dragon back from set 1.
Mm-hmm.
You check out the lore, it's Vortex Dragon brought back as what was meant to be a badass. Nah, that didn't happen. Anyways, so he got a pretty good effect though. Like it seems solid in the end, but I don't like the fact it was a Persona Blast effect. Now, mind you, there are multiple targets because it's a Legion Persona Blast. So you got not just himself, but you've got the grade 2 partner as well.
You got Whirlwind, which
which it was Counterblast. Was it 1?
It's Counterblast 2.
Yeah, Counterblast 2.
Yeah. Ditch a copy.
Yeah, ditch a copy, and then pop away 2 units your opponent controls, as well as, inflicted damage to them. And the effects, if it's a trigger, the effects do not trigger off.
Yeah. So basically, while the Mordred Phantom Crossfire for Shadows in set 15, it's triggered. Did go off?
It's what Dragruler wished he was.
I know, right?
But at the same time, he's also got the neat effect of anytime something's popped, he himself will gain an extra +3 for the retired units.
That's good. And then so it
It himself gives him it does stack, so he himself gives him a +6.
So that's pretty good. So Dragon is quite nice. There's 2 other triple rares that are in this set, and one of them actually comes from originally Neon Messiah, which is the movie booster.
Yeah,
in Japan.
that's the one I like.
Oh, that's the one everyone likes.
Good one, in my book.
I think it's the good one everybody likes.
Dragnute I pushed away quickly. But for me, Dragonic Overlord the Great was probably the best grade 3 they released of the Legion campaign.
Oh, it was, yeah. It's just the amount of pressure I think it does, and also, in my opinion, the cost of the grade actually is quite small.
Yeah.
Like it's only counter. It's when this unit attacks a rear guard. The counterboss 1 ditch 2 to restand it on a turn from Legion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Not on the turning performance, just in general.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you can continuously use that skill.
Okay. That's good.
And if it hits, you have the other neat ability of you can retire a copy of itself on the field to pop a unit on your opponent's field.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's Legion mate, it's grade 2, is actually quite good as well, especially for the type of effect the grade has. Whenever something in the same column as it is retired, so even if you say swing the grade at that rear guard, you can counterblast 1 to use the grade 2's ability to retire the card behind that in the column.
Ooh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, so you can essentially field wipe an entire thing just by attacking it.
So I'm saying that potentially maybe even after Legion ends, you can maybe see Rampart as being a staple in many card decks.
Who's Rampart?
Oh, sorry,
Neoflame.
Neoflame. Why do I think it was Rampart? Oh, good. Sorry, as you can see...
to the dumbs.
As you can see, I'm thinking the dumbs right now, so there you go.
But yeah, Neoflame was actually quite good, and it's still good even in other forms of the deck. Like the Cross.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You'll still find quite a lot of people playing Neoflame in the Cross.
Which you English players will get in March 13th, so not too long.
Yeah, which we're going to leave the Cross talk for later. That's not a video now, it's a video later in the future. Yeah. Look forward to that. However, now, we've just talked about Nuke, we talked about the Great, and we even hit Neoflame. Then there's the one no one cared about.
Yeah,
Whoa.
okay. I wouldn't exactly say no one cares about it. Like, okay, so
Name it.
Okay, the other one is a card that is a $3 triple
You
rare
forgot its name.
called Pain Laser Dragon.
Oh, we got it.
Now-
We got it.
I know, right? I know. I've remembered
You
it.
forgot Perdition, but anyways.
Sure.
No, it's not horrible, but it's not that great either. It's
I prefer it.
It's on
the turn you perform Legion, you can counterblast one to sack a column.
Yeah, actually no, I'm pretty sure it's not. It's
when
when
you
in
perform
Legion.
Legion.
Yeah,
When
that's
is
what I
it
said.
Legion?
When you perform Legion, counterblast one to sack a column.
Yeah, personally, I see the perks of Pain Laser perhaps early game, like really early game, but in late game you probably want to stick more to Dragon Nude or the Great.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and that's why we
Personally,
saw Pain Laser Dragon be a thing
Mm.
in Jap format.
It was.
Yeah.
Pre-grade, it was right into Pain Laser, Legion, pop stuff.
Exactly.
And
Then yeah.
Because I think like the thing the one plus side is that you do establish field control early game,
Yes.
so it does put pressure on your opponent a lot more, which is quite
It's not really a bad card. Just no one cared about the poor bastard.
and you can probably get it. You work with like $3, so really.
yeah,
don't want-
it's a cheap. It's a cheap.
It's a
card.
cheap pickup if you
Yeah.
really want an extra grade 3 to run.
and you
and
can't
it's-
fork out $30 to the Great. Yay!
Yeah, it's not bad. Like for the cost, it's a counterblast 1 to pop 2 rear guards, so it's not bad.
Mm.
Yeah, it's quite good.
I guess this is the one problem I have. I guess it's just the fact that it's not like that's all it really does, and the Ouija mate is still a double rare,
Yeah.
which I
Legion, it's not horrible. Just
Yeah.
there's a lot better things to
oh
run.
it is yeah.
It's a automatic call it counterblast 1 second unit in the same column.
Hmm.
It's not bad, but there are a lot of other things you'll run. Trust me, that will help maximize the value of your plays.
Exactly, i.e. Dragon Nude and the Great. Yay!
I'm at grade 2 wise. I mean, like,
Oh, great to hear.
you got a rare grade 2 in there. It's like, okay, whenever something in the same column is retired while you're in Legion, +5. Like, okay, I'm just gonna, +5, free +5 by attacking your rear guard. Now I'm gonna swing your Vanguard, Vanguard, and I'm gonna swing with it's numbers.
That's it. That's the best way to describe it. It's just numbers.
It's
So you're-
stupid
so-
numbers for no real reason, and people get annoyed with it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
And like I said, you've got Neoflame. Neoflame is great.
Exactly.
Yeah, and since Dragnute doesn't have to pop a column, running Neoflame with Dragnute is quite good. You can pop like the front row or the back row, Neoflame the front row, and you successfully pop 3 +9 to Dragnute, and you just like mess your opponent's field up.
Pretty much. It's nice. So my advice: don't call rear guards.
Suckers.
That's going Yep, and basically you guys for Perdition, which is the main cargo archetype, is said you also
Don't jump on the Perdition train. They don't
Okay,
have to use
first.
Perditions for anything.
That's fine. It's just letting everybody know in English. You don't know already. You both get a null and a quintet this set.
If you run Quins, I feel bad for you. Like, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna say
I know.
your opinion doesn't matter and it's bad. I'm just saying, in my opinion, Quins really suck.
That's
I
my,
mean, really.
that's my advice for Legion is that if you have to run quints,
One.
you run one. Don't run any more. This is personal opinion. Like,
It does depend on the deck you're running.
no, that's true.
Don't get me wrong, I don't run them at all. I'm 4 nulls all the way, but
Yep.
there are certain decks that will take advantage
No,
of
this
it.
is true. Genesis actually benefits quite
Yeah,
a lot from
very
the
much
Quinn.
so.
That is very true.
Grand Blue can do quite a bit with the Quinn, although its counterblast is quite heavy.
So if you're playing Grand Blue, don't run full quintets. As tempting
No.
as it is,
No.
don't do it.
Like, it still was pretty, like, I've messed around with the Grand Blue, and it was still good to stick with, like, 1.
Same.
Which we'll cover Grand Blue in a bit. Next up on the list, we jump from Kagero to the next number of big clans, which was next up, we'll go to Risers.
Yay!
Those things!
Yay! My
Robots in
clan, my
disguise.
favorite clan to play.
So, okay, and all you need to know in this set for when it comes to Nova Grappler was Mega Flare. We'll move on now.
Okay. Oh no.
There is one important point I do need to make. Kill the cat.
Yes. Okay. For those of you guys playing English, you don't know. Cat Buff is an EB1 common. It's a grade 0. Basically, its skill is that if it's a regard circle, if your grade 2 Nova Grappler Vanguard does not hit, you can retire Cat Buff to restand your Vanguard.
Yeah, making Cat Butler probably the cheapest and most evilest restanding thing ever.
Because for those of you guys who don't know,
It's free.
it's free, but it basically counts when your Vanguard's in Legion. it counts, when the grade 2's in the Vanguard circle, it counts as having a grade 2 Vanguard.
Let me help you out. If your opponent throws down 3 Cat Butler against you, if you're sitting there on your 5th damage with 7 cards in hand, you lose.
Yeah, get up and walk away.
You literally just pick your deck up and walk out. I don't care how many crit heals in your deck left. You get up, you walk.
Exactly, because
They're plussing.
Yeah, there's the beautiful part about, and I guess it's like, just saying I didn't jump to rise the bandwagon of Cat Buffer. I wanted to build it when Nova Grapples were announced at 16 in Jap, just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, because Cat Butler got raped in the list.
Oh no, it did. But basically, Alter Riser, basically its skill is, when this unit attacks, if the number of units, not rises, just if the number of units you control that are rested, if they're 4 or more, your Vanguard gets +1 crit. So basically, it's pretty much, if you go second, you pretty much guarantee 2 crit on your Vanguard every turn from turn 3 onwards.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And then if your opponent takes it, they get the double crit. You get risk crit even more.
Mind you, I didn't have to worry so much. I'm a Shadow and Car Hero player, okay?
Yeah.
That cat was dead. And if it wasn't, I forced them to guard with it. But if and when they did get the chance to make the play, I would lose a lot of hand. And I actually had it once where someone did drop 3 and I'm like, fuck. I dropped my entire hand and then they had 10 cards in hand at the end of that turn. I'm like, I don't think I can break that.
It's still, I remember me Rise of a Gamer play back in Jap probably June of last year, and I was playing against, I played this deck in Japanese, and I was playing against a Shadow Paladin Witches player, and he got the grade 2, that's the Soul Boss 1, you find a grade 2 in your drop zone, and he called to Regal Cycle. So basically, I knew he was going to use her skill, so I purposely guarded with Cat Buffers, just so I can call him back out again. And yeah, when he saw that Cat Butler, he wasn't happy. It was funny, in my but
Cat Butler isn't evil. This is why I always say cats are evil little shits. They're about as evil as a rabbit.
They did try to fix it though, like it did get hit in the ban list.
it did.
Yeah, which we're not sure how long it'll be or if they will hit it in English, but I hope they do.
I honestly don't think they will. The format in English is completely different.
That is, and
That's
it's
true, but at the same time, we thought that the Dragonic Overlord at the end never did get hit in English, did it?
No.
Yeah, and Descendant never got hit in English.
But then again, they jumped straight to the limit break, so it never really got its chance to shine.
Yeah, that's true.
Like English format's always been wacky because of the way the sets were released.
It's the same how Descendant was never hit because English is like, oh no, we can't let Descendant change the meta. What should we set 11 first so Descendant can't dominate with set 10? So,
although that really didn't make too much. However, when the next set did come out after that, it just didn't drop off. So
it did, yeah.
It didn't really matter. But yeah, that was really pretty much it for Risers and Nova Grapplers.
There's a double rare guy that restands
No
your
one
front
cared.
row,
But
basically, what you said, no one cares. So,
Yeah. If
Except for me.
You're running Mega Flare,
It's
and you're
all
running
you want to
Perfect
say.
Riser.
Yeah.
oh
that's
yeah,
all you
Perfect
want to
Riser.
say.
One Perfect Riser's tech will some save your life.
Yeah. So all you wanted to see was your Mega Flare and a Cat Butler. You were set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Your opponent was going to be in tears, and you were collecting the salt.
Yep.
The amount of salt was over 9,000. I couldn't resist. Okay.
It's okay.
But yeah. Anyways, now off of Novas we've got Link Joker.
Link, fuck this one. Okay. Sorry, that's my reaction to. If you play Link Joker, I'm not trying to offend you, just. Fuck
And
this one.
personally, I like playing against Link Joker players.
Oh, same.
It's funny to watch them salt sometimes.
Alright, so.
But I do admit, Blaster Joker was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it was. Well, it's basically same with the Great. Blaster Joker was originally released in Neon Messiah, which is the movie booster in Japanese. See, in my opinion, the second I saw the card had Blaster in, I'm just like, that card is going to get an OP skill that is going to be stupid as hell to deal with. Just the second I saw Blaster in the card.
I just liked his reaction to the fact Blaster Blade joined Link Joker.
Never happened.
No, you have to
And you know what? It was the best
But
Blaster
you have to
Blade.
understand.
It really wasn't.
You have to understand that.
It was only second to Blaster Blade Liberate.
You have to understand that Blaster Joker. You have to understand that Blaster Joker man is Blaster Blade's ultimate form.
It's really
No.
not.
It's only when he dons the golden armor. It becomes part of the Saint Seiya group as well.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
Dear God.
Alright, so pretty much, you guys in English are probably not going to get season 4 of the anime, but
You're not missing anything except
Yeah,
for,
not proper.
GX dot episodes.
oh yeah, that's right. But just a little bit spoiler alert. This is Aichi's avatar in season 4.
Yes. So, in Night Shyamalan plot twist, IG's the enemy.
Aichi plays Wig Joker. Oh wait, I'll see the trailer. Yeah, don't worry about that, man. Don't know that. Anyway,
yeah.
Blaster Joker's skill. It has 2 skills that it screws over Legion.
I think its first one was way too cheap for what it did.
Oh
Yeah.
So it's basically its skill is when it's in Legion, Counter Blast 2, Soul Blast 2, lock a Starvader, lock all rear guards your opponent controls, and retire the Legion mate.
Yeah.
And the second skill was that the
Full field lock and Legion dispersal.
it's scary as hell.
Yeah.
And then the second skill, I think it's that I'm pretty sure it's if you discard a card that's in Vanguard Circle, and it gets +1 crit if some conditions met.
It's when this
think.
unit attacks, you may put a copy of Blaster Joker into Soul,
Oh, okay, that's
and it
okay.
gains a crit.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, yeah, as long as it's the same copy as whatever's on the Vanguard. So
Yeah.
in Legion, it's stupid mate or hit.
Yes,
So-
John gets +1 crit.
Crit!
So it hits
Fuck
for 2.
this.
Hits for 2 crit, and everything's locked, and your Legion mate's gone.
Yeah, so it's and you cannot re-Legion. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah, the only.
Unless you rewrite.
Yeah, you have to rewrite if you want to try to hit numbers against it. Or if you're on a break ride, you're alright.
Okay. Yeah, that's the main.
People still run break rides?
I do! Because Overlord's a break ride.
Yep.
That's right, they're great. I run Draconic. Overlord is the break ride, not Dauntless.
Yeah, don't run Dauntless.
Just okay.
Okay.
Dauntless only
If
sits
you,
with
in
Dauntless
your
reverse.
opinion,
That's
think
it.
Dauntless is amazing and good for you, I'm glad you enjoy him. In my opinion, I've never once hated something more than having to go swing Vanguard first. Dauntless skill now goes off, but because they double intercepted, it doesn't matter if the great swing's over here or not.
My personal advice to do it, don't put much cargo. Dauntless only sits well with Dauntless reverse, and even you really don't want to play Dauntless reverse.
That's not entirely true.
Dauntless Novell was a thing for a little bit.
That is
It
true.
was
That is
alright, yeah. It wasn't that bad because an extra
Okay, my bad,
of
my
the
bad.
Vanguard could hurt. However, my favorite thing to go with Dauntless was Flare Whip Dragon.
Yay!
Because every time you
too
attack
good.
the Vanguard, you can guarantee you are +6.
Too good. So anyway, Blaster Joker, it's going to be scary for the time being, but personally I think once we hit, in 4 weeks' time when Stride becomes a thing, it's
You're
still,
not worried about it.
You don't worry. It's still going to be like scary because it doesn't lock all your rear guards, but you don't really have that Legion mate to worry about anymore.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Blaster Joker is going to be obsolete very quick.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, like it is still a very hard thing to deal with because a full
Yeah.
watch build is hard to come back home. But and the whole thing about Link Joker is progression of the game. It slows your opponent down to a crawl, and that's the main thing it needs to do to win.
Very true.
Um,
Okay, so basically, Wing Joker got more triple res than any other clan set. It's received 4 triple res.
Wait, they had other cards?
I know, right? I know.
No. They had like Dark Zodiac. I don't remember what he does. I'm not looking.
Dark
No,
Zodiac,
no.
it's. Oh.
Nah, Dark Zodiac, go on.
Okay,
It's
alright.
a thing.
For those of you, okay, I'll tell you everyone. Dark Zodiac skill is basically on the turn this unit performs Legion. Counter boss 1. If you do, a Mega Lock your opponent's field.
Yeah.
And its second skill doesn't have Twin Legion for it, but it's basically when it's units in the VC, you basically discard a copy. So you can discard a copy of Dark Zodiac essentially. Lock, front row, lock back row.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
And then there was somebody else. I don't remember who.
You have Imaginary Plane. That's right.
And we're moving on. So,
Whoa, hang on. You skipped Venom Dancer.
No one
so
cares.
moving on.
No one cares about Venom Dancer.
So next up was Dimension Police.
Imagine, please.
Moving on again.
Okay.
In fairness, they got.
Do we really need to talk about Deep Police? They're not Dirobos.
So
We've had someone legitimately tell us that Deep Police is the most inconsistent piece of crap they've ever seen.
yes.
And that is true for Dirobos.
Yes.
Not entirely true. You can make it consistent.
You can make it
Just the
somewhat.
person we know plays it. He is not consistent.
You can make it somewhat consistent.
You can.
Yeah, and making a Dairobo deck somewhat consistent is actually really good. Because when you drive check that grade 3, your opponent makes the Salt Shaker shake.
Yep.
Yes, I said that. That was a thing I
That's,
said.
that's a thing, apparently.
And I approve of what I said.
Okay, so how does someone metal balks this set? Is that, you know how we talked about Ultra Rise and Mega Flare with Cap Buffer? It's kind of like this with Metal Bulk, Sin Buster, and Commander Laurel, not to the extent of Cap Buffer, but Laurel behind Sin Buster is still pretty dicky to get around.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Shadow.
Shut it down.
There is also Daikaiser.
I guess the 30 immediately. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Thanks for the bad memories.
So for those of you guys who don't know, Sin Buster and Daikaiser basically means it punches for 30k unboosted. It has 2 crit. It has the guard popping skill that Daikaiser does, and secondly, your opponent cannot guard with grade 1s or higher.
And you only need to counterblast 1.
Yeah. And when you attack hit, Laurel will just restand it again.
Yep. So you put pressure on, which is nice. Like the pressure's there, the pressure's real. Things happen.
So what you guys need to know is don't let it hit.
Yeah, no, never let them. When Laurel's on field, you never let it hit unless you have to. If you don't have a choice, GG, man.
And if you get the chance, snipe the Laurel.
Snipe the Laurel.
Snipe
If
the
you're not
Laurel.
playing Shadow Paladin, Kagero, or some form of Narukami, I feel that.
It's fine. Lost the blade.
You have to ride it.
Just Legion with Alfred.
You were assuming people will
Wait
play
a
Alfred.
second.
I play Alfred.
It's okay. I'll play Nova Grapple. We have muscle
This
free
is why he's in
next
the
set.
Nobody Cares.
Yeah, because I play real clans.
It's
You
okay.
mean the one that left its clan to go play golds?
No, Aichi did that.
No, Blaster Blade left because he's like, fuck Royals.
No one cares about Blaster Blade.
So did Albert. Albert even left. So Albert was like, oh, screw this. I get better armor.
He really didn't.
He really did. He got stereo system on his shoulders, man.
And Ultimate.
We don't talk about Monarch. That never happened.
But
He's
he
also
had
really bad.
stereo system.
It's a bad card.
And then you have Ultimate. She's like, oh, the Seekers. Yeah, they're just this little tiny army, like this big.
We've kind of walked away
Yeah,
from
we're
Deep
really
Belief.
off topic
Okay,
here.
sorry about that.
But then again, like really, that was all that really
Yeah.
came out for the Deep Police.
Pretty much.
And, like, oh, the Grade 3 Legion, it's a thing.
There was another grade 3.
It's
Exactly.
It's like the cards could dry on.
I'm dead
It's-
serious. That was
Oh
another
no! Right?
No, he's actually serious. Yeah, there was another Grade 3.
Basically, it's like when attacks 30, if it's 30k or more, gets an extra crit. That's
And
you get a quint.
Anyways, next up, Tachikaze.
And
that was-
Wait, what's that quite? What's that quite? I never heard of that
For you
quite.
Tachikaze players out there who were happy to see some form of support, I apologize. This was not the support you wanted.
But it's still a decent card. I played
if
it.
built
It's okay.
right, it can
Yeah,
be quite
it's built
scary.
right and played well. If you're a good player with it and you really think out what you do and not herp derp I hit triggers,
Yep.
it's really quite
Oh,
good.
And don't run break rides with it.
I was gonna say, do not run smart
and
advice.
can be quite scary. Like it's what is it? During the battle phase, when you're rear guard with the same name as the blah 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 is put in the drop zone. If this is in Legion, it gets plus 5k in the crit.
Now, its second skill is that if it's something, it's like if there's a unit that's on this VC. Its second skill is when there's a unit on the VC that's in rear guard, so that's retired, it gets plus 5k. Now,
Essentially, they'll get a plus 10.
basically, so the Legion made skill, it's basically when this unit's in the drop zone, if it's put there during this turn, I'm pretty sure, counterblast 1, Superior Chord back out.
Yeah.
So basically, my play when I used to play the second jab was I would swing the rear guard with him. Vanguard, sack the plus 10k to crit, and then counterblast 1 going back out. So
Yeah.
that's basically the play I would do. Just a really basic play.
Essentially, it's a free plus 10 in crit, and you get a free extra attack.
Yeah.
It's not bad actually. It's quite decent.
Yeah.
And like it's also an ancient dragon, which was quite nice to see it and release it as ancient dragon. So ancient dragons needed some support anyways. In
That is
fairness,
That is true.
But
Just don't run it with Spino Driver, please. I really don't.
no, the brake ride really never went that well. If you yourself are finding some success with it, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Likewise.
It's going well for you. Keep it up. Don't stop doing what works for you.
Yeah.
Just because someone says something's bad or we don't like it or someone else doesn't like whatever, screw them. Screw us. And not literally, because I probably won't like it.
Do what
very
makes
much,
you
but-
happy.
Yeah.
Do what makes you feel good.
Do you?
There is one thing. There's one thing I can say about the brake ride. It is better than Ashley.
That's not saying much.
That's real. That really isn't.
Yeah. That's the brake ride I wanted.
Shadow Paladin got the brake ride you guys should have got.
The Shadow Paladin wants superior calls. Oh shit.
Bacon will cry over this stupid brake ride they got.
Alright, stream format.
Doesn't
Straight
work.
forward.
No. Says when a Shadow Paladin rides over this card.
Yeah. I'll just play the important roles as in Philosopher.
No, because Blaster Blade's crap. And he says call a Shadow Paladin unit. So you can't call a crap
You
play.
can still build it right.
Okay, so we're going off topic again.
I'm sorry, Shadow Paladins are important because best royals.
And in June, we'll talk about the English TD when it comes to that. But that's
Yeah. Okay. After all that was said and done, the next clan topic was, Grand Blue.
Wait. People play Rambler?
Anyway.
Well, person plays Grandpa.
Oh, a person plays Rambler.
Yeah.
Don't forget Cardigas.
That's who I was talking about.
Anyways, so off the back, they got a double R grade 3 Legion. And of the 2 grade 3s it got, is the worst one actually, in my opinion.
Oh, what the
Yeah,
Rambler
the rare
plays.
is better.
Okay.
Yeah, the rare actually puts a lot more pressure, builds your, not really builds your field, but smacks your opponent in the face
Yeah.
with a giant wet fish.
Pretty much. It's
And the double R, what's his name? Is Young Pirate Noble Noir?
Yep.
Peanut?
Peanut.
I'm gonna call it Peanut.
Peanut. No. Oh, jeez.
Peanut Noir.
Hmm.
Because peanuts. And it's that small of a unit that no one cares. It was,
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah. When it's called, automatically it's superior call something from the drop zone, right?
Think is there a cost? What's it trying to say?
I'm pretty sure there's a mill 3 in
Okay,
this.
yeah. When you form
mill
Legion,
three,
you put
yeah.
the top 3 cards of your deck into the drop zone. When this unit is in Legion, you may pay cost. If you do, choose one card in your drop zone and call it. So it's a free call the moment you Legion. Automatically gives you 3 cards in the drop to choose from.
Yep.
Assuming you haven't managed to somehow mill some out beforehand, which in Grand Blue would be amazing if you haven't.
If you haven't, you're playing it wrong.
The real shiner for this grade 3 is it's grade 2.
Great too.
It's Legion partner. She is awesome.
Yeah.
Whenever something's called, I believe you call her as well.
Yeah, when she's in drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when she's in drop and something's called, you can call her out as well.
Yep.
She's quite nice.
She's good. Yep.
Her and him automatically give you a couple of cards on the field. And his ability, the secondary ability is not so horrible.
It's the
kind of a generic ability.
That's the one where it's when it's used attacks, you retire rear guard to give it +3, right?
No, when it attacks, you can retire a rear guard, give it +5.
Oh, +5. Oh,
+5. It's a +5, which is not
+5.
bad.
Oh, it's +3. Okay.
Because
It's plus
numbers.
Numbers are good.
It's not bad late game for numbers, but it's best to get it early game. Set your field up with a couple of calls and then go into the grade. The rare one if you can, because the rare, good old what's his name?
Negro
Witch
Ball.
Doctor of the Dead Sea, Negro Bolt. I made a Negro joke.
Okay, that's one. Thank you, Loki. That's
Yeah, I
great.
couldn't resist.
That's great.
Anyways, he's actually really good. Because when you're in Legion and you declare an attack, you can counterblast 1, sack 1 of your Grand Blue units, and superior call 1 back. So you sack something, call it back, and you have another attack.
Yeah.
And for only 1 counter boss, it's a pretty small cost.
Yeah,
That's pretty
really
nice.
small cost for being able to, make a 4th attack that turn. And on attack, it gets +3.
Yeah.
So in Legion, it's 23k on its own. There's no such thing as a archetype in Grand Blue, so you can just call a Dandy Guide or Mario behind it. 21k Vanguard.
You good?
Or 31, sorry.
31,
Even
yeah.
better.
Alright.
31 because the numbers matter.
Alright. Oh, by the way, the one thing I will say to all of you Grand Blue players out there,
Are
as
you acting like there's more than like one?
I think there's always 3 in the world.
Maybe.
Lovely rainbow boys.
I do myself like Grand Blue. It's fun. I don't main it as a personal clan because
they're really undersupported.
It's not for me really. Like I like it, but it's not for me.
It's one of those clans
It's not
that
matter
always
if it's
want
not supported. Like even with the little support it has,
Yeah.
you can make a great deck out of it. Like as it is.
It's to me, it's one of those clans that I've always wanted to try out to play and try and build a deck out of. But what I was gonna say is that as tempting as it may be, our advice: please don't run 4 quintessals in your deck.
No.
It's not a good idea.
No.
You might think it's great, the 1,020,000, but it really is not.
No. That's how you lose games.
Mm-hmm.
And then sulk about it later because you don't understand why you lost. I'm not even joking. I'm telling you a legit truth.
It is true.
If you run 4, you probably know the pain.
Yeah, that's true.
And you won't do it for long.
No.
No, you will realize eventually that if you have to run quintets, 3 nulls and 1 quint's the way to go.
Now, my only thing about this, right, is that it mentioned there were Neo Nectar in here, right?
Yes.
There's like a Neo Nectar double R.
There's 2. There's technically 2.
There's technically 2, but why?
What I find funny is the fact that in English they swapped the rarities of Vera and Martina around.
They did.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, why would you do this?
It doesn't.
But at the same time, then you look at the set and you're like, oh yeah, you put in movie booster shit in here.
Yeah.
So they had to downgrade some things in order to upgrade others.
But at the same time, I'm just like, you made Martina a double rare, but Venom Dance is still a triple rare.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Logic. Thank you, Singapore. You've done it once again.
Yeah, by the way, I know there's a lot of you don't know that. Singapore is actually in control of the English release of Vanguard.
So if
Good
you
call, Aries.
thank you. So if you have any problems, don't direct them to America. Where do you think they are? Direct them to
Yeah,
Singapore.
because America sucks.
Yeah, they're worse than Singapore.
I know, right?
If you haven't got it, by the way, we're Australian players.
Yep. If you can't tell by
I'm
accent.
from America, and I'm going to continue to make fun of us.
That's good. That's great. Yeah, and then I'm half Asian, so that's
He's a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing.
He's bad at math, so I don't really know if we can count him as even half Asian.
It's like maybe like a quarter.
Quarter. Well, the quarter bit is knowing kung fu. That's what the quarter bit, I think.
Oh, he knows Kung Fu, I guess. That's quarter.
We're getting off topic again.
Okay, all right.
Fucking Asian Aries.
So yeah, Neo Nectar. So I'm happy the Musketeers got support again.
Yeah,
It
it was nice.
That was nice.
It's actually quite good support. If you play it out well and time it well, you can legitimately have a deck of nothing but triggers.
That is true.
Kagura.
This is kind of off topic. The saying in G set 2 and May, you Musketeer players getting a good crit trigger. Really nice crit trigger.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
But more about that later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, called a rear guard. I'm gonna unflip too. I just did that.
That was a thing that you did. Why?
Uh,
But no, it's actually quite good support. So look forward to it, guys.
look forward to it.
Neo Nectar gets strong in this set, and Neo Nectar gets even stronger later.
It's okay. For all your Neo Nectar fans out there, don't worry. Your deck will become broken in about 4 months' time.
He said broken. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much everything in the set that really mattered.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to cover like rares and commons. You guys will definitely see those as you buy the set. So enjoy the surprise of what you pull from your boxes. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy the set. It's not a bad set, really, and I think it was a good way for them to end off this series of anime for Vanguard.
Yeah. I think it's a nice way to kind of end things now before we move off into the G era.
Which
It's
is a
like the next one.
complete reset of the game, really. You'll be able to use the old cards, that's not an issue,
Yeah.
but it completely resets the way the game was played. And in truth, I was against Stride at first, but I find myself quite liking the Kagura Stride.
Likewise. Well,
Like,
for me,
I've
it was
actually
Grapple.
dropped the cross for it,
Fair enough, yeah.
purely because I like being able to say, no field for you.
Yep. But of
Play
course,
your
you know,
hand.
next month we'll be going through the GTDs and going through what's involved in those and explaining Stride a bit more. So.
Thank you guys for watching the very first video of the VG Alliance.
Yay! Go, Herbie Joy, and we'll see you next time.
And maybe he'll say something useful.
Well, maybe if we get a sanctuary clan, I'll have something to talk about.
It's okay, GTD2 next month,
No.
man. You're good. Catch you guys later.
So I believe what's the next set release?
Next set we'll be talking about will be GTD 1, 2, and 3 in February the 27th.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
So we'll be getting quite a few stuff to talk about. So look forward to those videos, and we'll probably be trying to release a video maybe once a week if we can.
Once a week, yeah, that's the plan.
So if you like it, please like and subscribe. Leave us some comments on your thoughts.
Yep.
We'd love to hear them.
That's it.
And if you just want to say we suck, we agree with you.
All
I
good.
bet you know suck more than us. Love you too.
Love you too. Okay, bye.
Bye bye. Fuck.